In the past, we used lime, chalk, clay, natural materials, and then after that, we started using things made by man. And
Yes.
these were additives. For example, there can be up to 150 additives, man-made products and toxins and chemicals in paint that was there to replace, that became easier and cheaper to replace the natural materials that were being used prior, correct?
And easier to apply. So with the modern paints, you didn't have to wait. You have a polyacrylic binder. That binder doesn't need water or carbon or a certain environment to make the pigment stick to the
Right. So,
wall.
so, so the new chemicals that are being put in the paint because life became as fast as we can and as quickly. Let's make it. Let's get it painted fast. It's money.
It is.
All these chemicals make it easy to apply and
Yeah,
easy to absorb into the air and dry.
it is. And even with very little skill and with sort of poor, quite high moisture walls and substrates that you could find on new construction site. If something has been newly constructed, you still have quite a bit of moisture and water in the walls, in the plaster, in the skim coats that you apply in there. In the olden days, you would just wait 4 to 6 weeks. On a modern construction site, you can't wait 4 to 6 weeks. You have to apply the paint after 10 days or something like that, when the substrate, the walls are still wet from the construction process. A modern paint will forgive that. It will stick anyway because it doesn't need water, it doesn't need carbon or anything to dry out. It will stick to that wall. It is also more forgiving because of the formulation of it, the mixture of it. It will give a relatively even surface, even if the surface below isn't that even.
Mhm.
And because there are insecticides, pesticides, fungicides in there, it will also not take sort of damage or show mold. It just nicely covers all these kind of pollutants that we'd otherwise find, and where the paint could be affected, covers that nicely up. So that's what all that modern paint does for you. But
So the
you buy
modern
it.